The role of music in Mass is extremely important. So when we look at music in the Mass, we have to look at its purpose. So the purpose of music in the Mass is, one, I would say, to elevate the, the sense of the sacred.
So when I studied sacred music in school, you learn basically that the Catholic sacred music is the foundation of all of Western music. You learn that chant and polyphony are kind of the starting points of everything. And I actually went to a Protestant undergrad, and I was so proud being the only Catholic in the class. I'm like, this is our heritage. You know, we would go through the order of the Mass, and we'd study it, and all this gorgeous music was set for the Mass. And I really never put two and two together that this wasn't the music I was hearing at Mass. When I started working as music director at St. Mark 7 years ago, I started gradually learning much, much more about what happened, especially regarding music, of course, because that's my interest. And realizing that after the Second Vatican Council, and especially around the 70s, that so much of this music just started to shift to this kind of folky form that I didn't realize was more of a cultural shift than a true change in the church.
Music first helps us to pray best, right? St. Augustine said, "He who sings prays twice." So then we say, okay, well, what music? What's proper to the liturgy? Well, what's proper to the liturgy, again, if you look at Sacrosanctum Concilium from the Second Vatican Council, we see that they don't talk about folk music, they don't talk about show tunes, they talk specifically about Gregorian chant and polyphony and other music that has those characteristics to it.
In 2018, I attended this sacred music symposium, and I'll never forget what the teachers said to me. They said, music at Mass should be the soundtrack for the Eucharistic miracle. And I thought that's kind of the mission, the motive statement that I needed.
To me, as I said earlier, it all centers on the Eucharist, and to me, sacred music helps drive that attention, right, to what worship is truly all about. And I've often said, even when I was an evangelical, try to tell people that worship is never about us; it's always about God. Whatever happens to us is a byproduct.